I'm Glenn Stout, and I'm the author of The Cubs, 120 Years of Chicago Cubs Baseball. My book on the Cubs tries to tell the full story of the franchise, from the very beginning in the 19th century up to the present day. What I try to do in these large survey history books is actually get down to the real nitty-gritty of the history of the team and discuss why they won when they won and why they lost when they lost. The Cubs, for much of the early part of their history, were a dynasty. That hasn't been the case for the last few decades, and I get into those reasons. Primarily, the biggest reason of which, I think, isn't Wrigley Field or the fact that the Cubs play so many day games, but it's always been poor management that has never been aggressive and done what they have to do to make a franchise win. I chose to write a book about the Cubs because the Cubs, like the Red Sox, like the Yankees and the Dodgers, the other three teams that I've done large histories on, are one of baseball's essential franchises. They've been around since the very beginning of the professional game, and in telling the story of the Cubs, you also get to tell the story of baseball in America. I like doing histories that have that broad sweep, that allow you to touch on other themes throughout the entire history of the team. When Theo Epstein takes over as general manager for the Cubs, he'll face a far more daunting task than he did when he took over as general manager of the Red Sox. When he took over the Red Sox, there were some pretty substantial pieces already in place on that roster. The Cubs, on the other hand, the cupboard is pretty much bare except for a few key players. Theo will really have to start from scratch. I think that the Cubs' job will be a true test of his skills as general manager, one that was never fully tested in Boston because of all the assistance he had with the large payroll and the players that were already there. In Chicago, we'll find out if Theo Epstein is truly a world-class general manager. You can find out more about me and my books at www.glennstout.net and also at my blog, Verbplow.